This is the Player Position Podcast, where we huddle up, call the plays, and inspire you to run your ball into the end zone. Are you ready to score more game-winning touchdowns in your life, business, and career? Then listen up, because it's game time, baby. Now, here's your host, Mary Lou Kaiser.
There was a time in the early days of the internet when blueprints for how to do the online thing were everywhere. The messages associated with these blueprints went something like this: watch over my shoulder and I'll show you step by step how to ... Follow the exact roadmap I used to get these beautiful models to drape themselves all over me and drive this exotic sports car. Here is the exact blueprint for making your first million online. These blueprints often sold for $97 or more a pop and were little more than a PDF with a bunch of charts and long-winded sob stories of how the author went from struggling loser to mega millionaire. The overt marketing message was, and you can too if you pay me to see exactly what I did. So much bullshit. A lot of people made a lot of money and then ran off into the hills, never to be heard from again. I guess you can't blame them, but come on now. Formulas are great for chemical companies, and recipes come in handy when you're looking to make something you've never made before, like a 3-layer orange lemon sunrise surprise cake, which I just had for my birthday. Step-by-steps are excellent ways of learning new useful skills. I'm not knocking them. But here's the thing about formulas. Their success and execution depend on any number of variables that are often not in our control, and they're often not replicable. Getting the exact same results as the original is possible, but not common. Eventually, you have to learn how to rely on your inner compass to get where you want to go, to get your own results, ones that matter to you, not just a copycat of someone else. You have to make your own recipes. Have you noticed that master chefs like Gordon Ramsay operate not with formulas, but by using their internal compass, their inner guidance system to create their dishes? They make it look easy, just like Patrick Mahomes makes it look easy, and Serena Williams and Michael Jordan made what they did look easy, just like Instagram and TikTok influencers make their lives look easy. No two dishes or super influencer, superstar, super athlete, whatever, are ever exactly the same. Sure, you can get a general facsimile of pan-seared halibut night after night, or do a similar dance in your bathing suit while a dog and 2 cats slide by on your frozen driveway. Okay, put it up on TikTok, videotape it all, then do a master mix or an original mix. You've got the soundtrack. But if you've ever had a meal and an overall dining experience that blew your mind in every way, or if you've ever seen a video that was so different and surprising, you understand the concept I'm trying to convey here. Sometimes all the elements come together in a perfect way, and that thing, a video, an NFT, musical, a book, a cat on YouTube, becomes a global sensation. Others see what happened and want it to happen to them too. And this is where, enter the blueprints and maps in the form of master classes, and another micro industry is born, along with a slew of wannabes, copycats, and lookalikes who are quick to complain that the formula didn't work when instant fame and or wealth passed them by. I followed the recipe and it turned out horrible. I had a map and I still got lost. I went back to the restaurant a second time, ordered the exact same entree, and it was unbelievably disappointing. I did the exact same dance and had my hair done the same way, and I got no views. I mean, these are the complaints, right? Roadmaps, blueprints, recipes. None are guarantees of excellence or success. What works in one situation or condition doesn't in the next. Is it fair? No. Is it accurate? Yes. The movie Groundhog Day illustrates the idea that many things in life are of the moment, and they can never be replicated no matter how hard we try or how much knowledge or information we have and bring to the situation, right? Bill Murray plays the character who wakes up on Groundhog Day again and again and again. He's the only one who remembers what happened the previous day, but it's the exact same day for everybody else. If you haven't watched the movie, go watch it. It's funny, and it's also a great, I guess, big metaphor for the reality of life. Better to learn how to navigate life with your own compass than constantly rely on the maps of others. It's a lot harder. I'm not going to lie. It takes a lot more time, right? In our impatient world, but it is way more satisfying, believe me. Unless you like mediocrity, unless you want to be average, then by all means follow the maps others lay out before you and just slide into someone else's life. There are people that do this, and perhaps they're perfectly content. I'm not them. That does not work for me. And I'm not knocking learning from those who have gone before us. I think the master-apprentice relationship is vital to growth for both, because the master learns from the apprentices, and certainly the apprentices are learning from the masters. It's as model as old as humans. Those who know share if their heart is in that place and they want to pass on their wisdom, their knowledge. We can all learn valuable lessons from the ones who do well what we want to do well too. And the blueprints might work for a while. They always give us a place to start. But at some point, you will need to learn how to navigate without a map, relying instead on your inner compass, which will always point you toward your North Star if you're paying attention. Will it be easy? Hell no, it will not. Will you be better for it? Fuck yes. That's a big capital F-U-C-K, yes. So, question arises, how do you develop your inner compass? Where does it even live? Well, the good news is each of us has one. Knowing it's there is half the battle. Using it well requires practice, lots of practice, and in practice comes mess ups and falling down and skinning knees and getting dirt all over you and ripping your uniform and people yelling at you. I mean, it's messy. It's messy, right? Ask any master, and they will agree with me about this. Success in any endeavor is going to be a combination of timing, fortitude, luck, and sheer willpower to keep going, despite detours and setbacks and road outages and scrapes and bruised egos. The path is not straight. It's often uncomfortably narrow. You won't know how well or badly you're doing most of the time. There isn't somebody every inch of the way handing you a blue ribbon or a trophy saying, "Good job, you got this, you're amazing." And if that is your reality, run as fast and as far away from it as you can, because that is a blueprint for ultimate disaster. You keep going, and you do it anyway because you have no other option. This path is your path. It's yours and yours alone. Guidance is available. I'm a huge advocate for hiring the coaches, seeking the wisdom, doing the work over and over and over again. But in the end, no one else can draw your map or live your exquisite, wild, unique life except for you. Seek guidance and blueprints and maps, always with a grain of salt, knowing that no one else's path can ever be yours, just as yours can never be anyone else's. And think about the power in that. Think about the fact that there are people watching you and what you're doing, and they think what you're doing is amazing, and they wonder how you got to be where you're at in life, how good you are at what you do in life, and you could be a master to others. And what an incredible gift. Just beware of thinking that everything can be boiled down into a recipe and a formula, because life just isn't that way. Nor would we want it to be. Man, would it be so dull. It would be so, so dull. So team, that is it for today. I appreciate you, as I always do, tuning in. And remember, it's always a great day to get out there and play your position. Follow your own inner compass, and the rewards and the riches and the people that you meet along the way, nothing else like it. And that in itself is fantastic. This is Mary Lou Kaiser. We will see you again next time. Make it a great day.
Here at the Play Your Position podcast, we believe that the road to self-mastery and a life well lived starts with answering the call to leadership. That's when the fun really begins. Send this episode to any friends who might need to hear the inspiration and ideas you heard today. And feel free to rate and review us on your favorite podcast platform.